Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and aliens as well. I'm Yawgmoth with Bad Boy Gaming, and we're going to talk about the new Modern Horizon spoilers that came out this week. And today, just today, we got a whole bunch of new ones. Some very powerful ones, some mythic, some that were expected. And man, the prices are about to jump on some of these cards, let me tell you. Do we need aliens in Magic the Gathering? I think we do. We have cards that already kind of look like aliens, but they're not like the creature type alien, you know, doesn't say on the card. They got the big old head like a Martian would look like. But I only say that because of String of Disappearances here. It's a 1-drop instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Then that creature's controller may pay deuce. If the player does, they may copy this spell and may choose a new target for that copy. Just the artwork of this alone reminded me of just like an alien abduction, basically, or something crazy going on, you know. And I think the flavor, if they introduced an alien into the set now, it would be so cool. I highly doubt we're going to see that. But I'd like to know your guys' opinion. Should we have a creature type alien? I mean, we kind of already do it some other things out there. And there's already enough weird looking aliens in Magic. But this is really exciting. Let's just keep the ball rolling. Eladamri's Call, sure. First print was in Plain Shift, little did you know. Copies are going for about $5-6. Then again in Masters 25, about $5. Search your library for a creature card, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Pretty basic and simple, straight to the point. You are tutoring up a creature card. And just for 2 in Celestia colors. I mean, you could do this turn 2. That's pretty insane, that you can just get any kind of creature you want and put it into your hand. Yeah, you're not putting it directly onto the battlefield, but at least now you have access to that card, which is pretty sweet. And there are tricks that just allow you to drop creatures from your hand onto the battlefield. I mean, it's that ridiculous. There's an elf out there, one of my favorite ones, and he allows you to do that, amongst other cards that cheat creatures into play. So a very powerful card. Here we go. Yawgmoth Thran Physician. Anyone else get a feeling like you just entered the realm of a serial killer? I mean, this dude is out there. I love Yawgmoth. He was around since probably the beginning of Magic, basically. I remember him a lot in Urza Saga. That's when he stood out to me. But, man, this handsome devil-looking guy, let me tell you, man, he's a legendary creature, 4-drop, just like Urza. Human Cleric Mythic. Protection from humans. Humans can't mess with Yawg, bro. Humans cannot mess with the Yaw. That's nuts. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature. Put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. So that -1/-1 counter can go on up to 1 target creature. Does that mean you don't have to put the -1/-1 counter on it? Because it says put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. I guess you kind of have to. But that's a lot. That's a lot, or not a lot. That's not bad to do that kind of stuff just to draw a card. I mean, let's face facts. You're paying 1 life. Whoopity-doo. We always do that in Magic. And then sacrificing a creature. Why don't you sacrifice something with Undying? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are zombies out there with Undying. The one in particular, 3-drop zombie, man, it just comes out. Bam! You know, give that thing, sack him out. He comes back even more powerful. And he's dealing damage to your opponent's face. And then you put a +1/+1 counter on it, or you can put a +1/+1 counter on something else. It doesn't say it has to be your creature on up to 1 target creature. That could be your opponent's creatures, right? Who cares? Just anything. And you get it and draw a card. That's a lot of stuff going on there just to draw a card, but that's a huge sack outlet as well. This is going to be stupid. Thran Physician is going to be nasty, man. Teetering on broken. I'm sure this thing's already going for $40. For deuce, discard a card and proliferate. Proliferate, as you guys are who are new to Magic and Standard, you know, the proliferate mechanic, it has been around for a while. This is going to be a powerful one. You tap deuce, discard a card, and proliferate. That is nuts. You're putting a +1/+1 counter on anything that already has a +1/+1 counter on it. Very extremely powerful, very extremely busted kind of thing. And discarding a card, I mean, for dredge decks, I mean, who even knows where this is going to fit? I already have an idea. But Yawgmoth, very powerful. There's already people brewing up stuff out there in Modern with this card. I already seen like 4 decks. I'm like, this is madness. So people are really excited to play this card. Moving on, Tess, Descendent Mage, 4-drop nasty sauce. We also got like 3 other mythics, so make sure you stick around. Legendary creature, human wizard, flying. During each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. That's nuts. So on your opponent's turn and on your turn, you're allowed to cast an instant or sorcery card. If a card cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile instead. That is a downside there, because you're completely going to lose that card. So you don't really want to have a deck that just dumps a bunch of stuff into the graveyard. Then again, you could. I mean, if you really just dumped everything into a graveyard and then used those cards just to cast and just exile them because you're doing it for free. No, you have to pay for it. Yeah. You got to pay for them, guys. So this is probably most likely going to see some kind of crazy commander build. But there are, what's the 3 colors I'm looking at? Is this Grixis? Close enough. Red, black, and blue. Is that Grixis? I think so, right? That's Grixis colors, right? I mean, there's a lot of interaction that puts stuff in the graveyard, brings it back, and all that. This is going to be a cool card. I don't know how powerful, but it's also got flying. I mean, you're paying 4 for a 3/4 with flying already. That's decent. I mean, it's almost a Sarah Angel, am I right? I think it's going to be sweet. I like the artwork on this a lot. I hope they do a phenomenal job foiling out these little orbs right here. You see these little orbies right here? That's going to be really sweet if they foil these puppies out, man. I'm looking really forward to playing with it. Modern, yeah, it's going to be a hoot, man. It's going to be a hoot. Segovian Angel and Spell Snuff. Slipknot Snuff, man. I just love that song by Slipknot. If you haven't heard of Snuff before, man, go get checked out. I think people it doesn't matter what kind of music you're into, you can relate to the song Snuff, and you will enjoy it. I guarantee. Give it a check. Give it a look-see, man. Segovian Angel over here is a 1-drop angel. I think that's the first time we've ever seen a 1-drop angel. This puppy's got flying and has vigilance. Now, that is some sweet sauce, man. When Warzel summoned Segovian Angels to fight Tamils, can you guys speak English? The ensuring battle numbered among the multiverse's least destructive. Yeah, man, that's nasty. I like how the angels just flying over the Coliseum there. That's so sweet, man. And then you got Spell Snuff. I just like the name. I think I'll get this in foil too because I see some flames, man. And who's that guy behind there? Fateful Hour. It's a counter target spell for 3, so it's basically a cancel. But Fateful Hour, if you have 5 or less life, draw a card. Flavor text. Good night. I'm not sure I understand the flavor text on that one. I mean, you're going to be able to counter a spell and then draw a card. For 3, I don't know, man. I mean, and you got the stipulation is you got to be at 5 or less life. I like how they bring back every mechanic, though. I mean, Fateful Hour. I mean, we've seen, I think, 10 different mechanics already, and they're going to continue to pour them on us. Pretty freaking sweet, man. What are you guys' thoughts on the new counter? I'd like to hear it. Collector Apu. Opa. Is it Opa? Opa. There we go. For 2, creature Opa is a rare. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. Shutting down decks. That's what that means. I'm sorry. Is that bothering you? Shutting down decks is what we're doing here with Opa. And the artwork is beautiful on this sucker. Yeah, Wizards, good job all around with this card. He steals power from treasure after treasure. And what does it do for the Opa? Nothing. Yora. That is beautiful, man. How do you like that? Like, he don't even care. He's just like this redheaded bastard stepchild, and he don't give a darn. Like, he's like, little leprechaun, man. Opa. I like him. You guys like Opa? Leave the O in the comment section if you like Opa. He's going to shut down decks. You better believe this, my friend. Sword of Sinew and Steel. It is 3 to bring out. Look at this masterpiece here, man. It will be a masterpiece one day, maybe. Equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and from red. This is there's so many swords out there already, like Sword of Might and Smell, Sword of Destruction and Evility, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. There's a lot of swords out there. I think there's like 5 or 6 really powerful ones, and this is just adding to that collection of swords. And I love how they depict the swords too. They have them up over the heads in a battle, and people are ready. Like, they get the wyverns up there. Are they ready to swing in like vultures? I'm not sure what they're doing there. I'm not sure what those drakes are doing. It's probably a drake. Who knows? Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target planeswalker and up to 1 target artifact. Definitely a sideboard god. You will see Sword of Sinew and Steel and a lot of sideboard action, and depending on the meta, really. Could you imagine something like this in Standard? Again, this is why I've seen comment sections on like people that are new to the game, and they're like, God, I wish we had some of these cards in Standard. Yes, so do I. But then again, no, you don't, because these cards would be in every single deck. Everyone would run them because they're so powerful. That's why they were printed for a modern set. They were printed as a modern set. Very, very powerful card there. Next, we got Lesser Masticore. There are some newer cards also in a second that just came out today. I'll get to in 1 minute. It's a 2-drop, has an additional cost to cast this spell. Discard a card. For 4, Lesser Masticore deals 1 damage to target creature. It's got the old Persist. Pretty neat sauce. When this creature dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. It's a deuce. One thing I would really like to see is not proliferate, is Undying. I want to see the Undying mechanic back in this modern set. Just give me one more cool Undying card. Make it a rare or something, Let me see one more. Sword of Truth and Justice is a 3-drop. Sweet artwork again. It looks like this is on one side of the battlefield, and then the other side of the battlefield. If you go back, look. So this is like the right view, and then here's the left view. Oh, they're going to war, man. They want to get it on. Or I'm looking at that backwards. Either way you look at it, they going down. Or is it the same person holding up the same one, different hands? No, because those drakes have to move really quick, man. They're on opposite sides of the battlefield. The equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and from blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, then proliferate. Choose any number of permanents and or players, then give each another counter of each kind already there. That's insanity. Now, remember, it does have to deal combat damage to a player. It has to actually get through, and the damage has to be dealt to a player for you to use that ability. To put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control and proliferate. Basically, you're putting 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature, but really you're splashing anything with all the with any counter on it. Very powerful card. I think Sword of Truth and Justice I like more than the other sword. Let me hear your thoughts and opinions on that one. Next, we got Spiteful Sliver. This one's hot off the presses, guys and gals. Slivers you control have, when this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. That alone is pretty good. You know why? Get a bunch of slivers out. I mean, get like, 3 or 4 or 5 slivers out. You already probably got a little bit of combat damage in there. Or not combat damage. Probably already got some damage done to your opponent. Might be at 15 or something. Then just board wipe your own slivers. Anger of the Gods deals 3 damage to each creature. If a creature dealt damage this way, it would die this turn, exile it instead. Why the heck not? Just board wipe them all, finish off the game, deal it all to the player. You win. It's that simple, man. You win the game. It deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. Nasty sauce. Anger of the Gods, combo with that. We'll see ya. You just win the whole game. That fast. Just like that. Maybe by turn 3, turn 4. Maybe by, possibly. Maybe. Right synergy, right deck, right craziness, right haste, get some sliver nastiness. I got to make a budget sliver deck that uses and abuses this card. That's like the win con, is Anger of the Gods. It's going to be sweet sauce. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me bananas. This is sweet. So we got Tallyman of Creativity and Tallyman of Conviction. Add a colorless for all of these Tallymen. And then you can add one or the other. And then Tallyman deals 1 damage to you. This is cool. I mean, this is a great way to ramp. It doesn't come in tapped. That is the worst effect ever. When you see it on a card like this, if this thing said comes into play tapped, no one's running this card in their freaking right mind. But there's a price to pay. You can quickly ramp up with this. These Tallyman are nice. I'm not sure what the price is going to be. Maybe like $1 each starting out. I'm sure right now they're like $1. You got Hotlay over there on the right. You got Ral Zarek. Good ideas don't take time. They take a lot of bad ideas first. That is very true. I like that. Very nice flavor, Ral. And then Hotlay over here says, the sun banishes darkness every morning. I too will rise with such assuredness. Yeah, I mean, that's all right, Kind of awkward, though, Hotlay. I don't know about that. Then we got Tallyman of Resilience. We can talk today. The continual rise of the downtrodden is an inevitable, as vines usurping a forest. Who uses those words, man? Like, that is nuts. Only Magic does, I swear. Vraska. Imagine us having a normal conversation and using the word downtrodden. Yep. You know, good old downtrodden today. It's just nuts. Vraska's pretty sweet. Kaya over here, getting a little piece of the pie. You'll never get to the top if you don't know who's already there. That's right, baby. Eyes on the prize. You want to take what's yours, and you want to command. You want to command and conquer, baby. That's right. Moving forward. Tiny bit of curiosity. The pain of exploring is less than the pain of not knowing. Tamio. That is brilliant. That fits Tamio so well. I mean, all these are very fitting for the Planeswalkers. Very, very cool. Let me know if you love this channel. If you do, show some love and give a thumbs up. And if you hate this channel, by all means, show some love and give some thumbs up. You know, show some hate. Hit the thumbs up button. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in with me again today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a really crazy, awesome weekend. Hats off to all the fallen troops out there and all the troops that are serving right now. You guys are amazing, man. You guys are amazing. And, yeah, Godspeed. Everyone, I hope you enjoy this day. And, yes, PLA.